Welcome to County College and for viewing today's presentation on the Finance Department. I'm Robert Tintle, Chief Financial Officer and Tax Collector for Deschutes County. I have been in my role for 3 years. Prior to Deschutes County, I was the County Treasurer and Finance Manager at Lane County and spent 10 years there. Previous to that, other government experience includes 12 years at the City of Eugene in the roles of Public Works Administration Director and also as the Finance and Administration Director for the Eugene Airport. Now let's take a look at finance at Deschutes County. The Finance Department manages the financial activities of the county in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles with prudence, integrity, and transparency. We provide support to all the internal county departments and external customers such as taxpayers and accounts payable vendors. The Finance Department has 20.5 FTE, comprised of 4 sections: accounting, budget and financial planning, tax office, and procurement. As the CFO, I direct the department, ensure the financial health and stability of the county. I'm responsible for cash management, debt management, tax collection, and room tax administration. Additionally, the county treasurer is located within the Finance Department. The Finance Department manages all financial activities of the county, including the annual budget coordination, financial planning, internal and external financial reporting, general ledger accounting, payroll, procurement, capital asset records, distribution of property taxes to all taxing districts, cash management and investments, dog licensing and administration, collection and administration of the transient lodging tax, and administration of the county's long-term debt. The budget team produces the annual budget, engages in financial planning and financial forecasting, and also processes the American Rescue Plan Act administration. The accounting team is responsible for financial reporting, payroll, accounts payable, accounts receivable, general ledger, capital assets, and cash management. The procurement team is responsible for all procurement countywide as a resource, and vendor administration, procurement card administration, and responsible for the Tyler purchasing module. Deschutes County has received the Triple Crown designation from the Government Finance Officers Association. GFOA, in other words, Special Triple Crown Medallion, recognizes governments who have received all 3 GFOA awards. They are the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, which the county has received for the last 23 years on the Annual Comprehensive Financial Report. Also, the popular Annual Financial Reporting Award, or PAFR, we've received for the last 5 years, and the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for our budget document for the last 17 years. This is the 5th consecutive year the county has received the Triple Crown designation from the Government Finance Officers Association for producing all 3 reports. The tax office is responsible for property tax collections and administration, transient lodging tax administration, dog licensing, and other tasks. Last year, they mailed out over 114,000 tax statements to taxpayers, paid out 98 taxing districts, including 9 within Deschutes County. Approximately 85% of taxpayers pay their account in full by November 15th to receive the 3% discount. There are approximately 3,100 transient lodging tax accounts that the department is responsible for managing on a monthly basis. I'm going to expand a little bit on part of the tax office responsibility, which is dog licensing. It's a fun area that finance typically doesn't have as great of an opportunity to share this information, and this is my opportunity to give a public service announcement on dog licensing, because a lot of people I have found aren't familiar that they are required to have their dog license. Under Oregon law, all dog owners are required to vaccinate their pets against rabies and obtain a license in the county where they reside. Deschutes County issues licenses for county pet owners, including licenses for all cities within the county. Currently, only an estimated 32% of dogs in Deschutes County are licensed. So if you own or are keeping a dog in Deschutes County, you must purchase a license when the dog is 6 months of age or grows its permanent canine teeth, whichever comes first, within 30 days of becoming an owner or a keeper, or within 30 days of moving to the county. Licensing ensures your dog is up to date on rabies vaccines, which promotes public health and community safety. Additionally, a dog license provides a readily visible form of identification if the pet is lost, enabling a quicker reunification to the owner. It's beneficial for both pets, the owner, and the public. Deschutes County launched a new online dog licensing system on July 1st, simplifying the process for owners to license their dogs, comply with state regulations, and ensure a quick reunion if their dogs go missing. One new feature of the online platform is that each license includes access to DocuPet's Lost Pet Service. Every dog tag issued through the site contains a unique code that links to the pet's online profile. Anyone who finds a lost dog can quickly report it and help return the animal home. Dog owners can also create a custom tag. Just remember, licensing helps support local humane societies as they receive money from the dog license fees. It helps reunite lost dogs. 1 in every 3 pets will become lost in their lifetime. Helps ensure rabies shots are up to date. It's a #1 requirement to get a license, and you can avoid fines. License fees are $36 for an unaltered animal, the annual fee, and $22 for spayed or neutered animal. There are no fees for assistance animal dogs. The county maintains an investment portfolio of approximately $320 million. The county treasurer manages the investment portfolio. Cash that is needed in the short-term basis are held in the State of Oregon Local Government Investment Pool. Per statute, we are able to hold up to approximately $62 million in that pool. It's indexed annually. The LGIP, or Local Government Investment Pool, enables governments to earn a rate of return on money between when revenue is received and when the money is needed to pay bills. Cash on hand over the amount held in the Local Government Investment Pool are invested by the county treasurer per the requirements of ORS 294.035 and the Deschutes County Investment Policy approved by the Board of County Commissioners. The state of Oregon has strict laws on the types of investments local governments are able to invest in. These include U.S. Treasury and agency bonds, the Local Government Investment Pool as discussed, certificates of deposit, state and local government bonds, and certain corporate bonds. Please note, the county is not able to and does not invest in corporate stocks per ORS. The objectives of the investment portfolio is preservation of capital safety first, liquidity where funds are available, and last, the return or yield. Finance is an internal service fund, which means we provide services to other county departments. The departments reimburse finance for the cost of services. For fiscal year 26, resources and requirements, or revenues and expenditures, total $3.6 million. The tax office is a general fund funded program and is not included in the Fund 630 budget that we talked about previously. The tax office receives the assessment and the tax roll from the county assessor in October of each year, and the tax office is responsible for mailing the tax statements and subsequent processing of payments. The taxes are received and the tax office prepares the distribution of funds to the taxing districts located in Deschutes County. In the event of non-payment of taxes by the statutory due date, the tax office is responsible for computing interest, mailing notices, filing tax warrants, initiating collection activity, and foreclosure proceedings. The division files claims for taxes in bankruptcy cases and works closely with county legal department. It is also responsible for the collection of prepayments for plats, potential tax, certified personal property, and manufactured structures. Now that we've had a look at the finance department, let's take a broader look at county finances as a whole. Today's presentation is just a high-level overview. If you would like to research additional information in detail, please go to our website at deschutes.org/finance and look under Finance Report Central. We'll have access to our budget and financial planning document, our annual comprehensive financial report, our popular annual financial report, as well as the Treasury reports that are posted on a monthly basis. Where do my property taxes go? Deschutes County does collect the tax and acts as the tax collector for all taxing districts within Deschutes County. However, overall, only 17 cents of each dollar paid in taxes is kept by the county. The remaining 83 cents is passed through to other government agencies to provide for schools, police and fire, parks, libraries, and more. This example is from fiscal year 2024, which will vary from the current allocation. This allocation is an example for the City of Bend taxpayer. All other city rural allocations are similar. In the 2024 example just listed, of the 17 cents of where do my taxes go that stay within Deschutes County, Deschutes County uses it to fund public safety, health and welfare, and general government. Public safety includes the Sheriff's Office, Deschutes 911, and Community Justice. Health and welfare programs includes the Deschutes County Health Services and Veterans Services. General government includes a variety of departments such as the Assessor's Office, Clerk's Office, District Attorney's Office, Justice Court, and the Tax Office. In Oregon, property taxes are billed based on the assessed value of the property multiplied by the approved or levied tax rate. Total property tax revenue included in the fiscal year 2026 adopted budget is $113.4 million. The county has 5 authorized property tax levies that it uses to fund certain county services. The County General Fund receives property tax revenues from its permanent property tax rate of 1.2783 per thousand of assessed value. Property taxes are also levied by the Deschutes County Sheriff's Office to fund county law enforcement activities. The rates in the Sheriff's Office for the countywide law enforcement district tax rate is $125 per thousand AV, assessed value, and the rural law enforcement district rate is $1.55 per thousand of assessed value. Property taxes are also used to fund the Extension 4-H district and the 911 county service district. The county has different types of funds, and the governmental funds, it's the general fund, special revenue funds, capital project funds, and debt service funds. The reason it's important is because general fund dollars are the only discretionary dollars that can be used for any services. Otherwise, special revenue funds or capital projects or debt service funds, any funding that comes into those funds can only be used for that specific purpose and cannot be used for general county government. In addition to the governmental funds we just discussed, we also have proprietary funds, which includes enterprise funds and internal service funds. As mentioned, finance is an internal service fund. Enterprise funds includes the county fair, landfill, RV park, and solid waste. Proprietary funds act more like a enterprise or a business fund, similar to the private sector. As we take a look at county resources or the revenues we receive, here's a look at all funds combined of all funds across the county. We can look at this in many ways. The operating budget for the fiscal year 2026 adopted budget, which best reflects the county's actual spending, and this excludes county service districts, contingency, unappropriated balances, and internal transfers, is $430.7 million. Resources including beginning working capital is approximately $659 million. The total adopted fiscal year 2026 budget for all funds, including the county service districts, contingency funds, unappropriated balances, and internal transfers is $766.4 million. As we look at all funds countywide, the resources or requirements going out, it's about $659 million. Same amount has to balance to the revenues that we just saw. You'll notice that the largest expense countywide is personnel costs. Now let's step back from the bigger picture of countywide and let's just focus on the general fund. The general fund revenue budget for fiscal year 26 is $48.6 million. This fund accounts for the financial operations of the county, which are not accounted for in any other fund. The principal sources of revenue are property taxes and revenues from the state of Oregon and the federal government. Again, general fund resources are the only discretionary funds that the county has. As we look to general fund expenditures for fiscal year 26, by program, it's $49.6 million. You can see the largest section that we have there, part of the pie, is transfers out of $17.1 million. We'll talk about that in just a moment. After that, it's the district attorney's office, the assessor's office, and non-departmental programs are the largest users of general fund dollars. The general fund makes transfers or provides resources for services to other county departments, the most significant being Community Justice Juvenile at $8.4 million and Health Services at $6.8 million. Transfers to departments were limited to 3.3% growth in fiscal year 26. Due to sustained high inflation rates and increased operational expenditures, the county was projecting a structural imbalance within the general fund whereby expenditures surpass revenues and the contingency policy is not met by fiscal year 2027. To address this, the county developed a strategic framework to limit the expenditure rate of growth. General fund departments and transfers out to other departments was limited to a 3.3% increase in fiscal year 26. These strategies helped eliminate $2.5 million in fiscal year 26, which successfully reset the expenditure growth curve. The long-term model assumes limited growth of 4% in fiscal year 2027 and 5% going forward. Under this model, the general fund is projected to be operationally, financially sustainable through fiscal year 2035. However, the long-term forecast will continue to be reviewed and updated annually. There are many opportunities for transparency and involvement. As mentioned, all reports and information is posted on our website at deschutes.org/finance. For the annual budget process, it includes currently 3 community members of the Budget Committee, public hearings, and advertisements. The annual audit of the financial report includes community members of the Audit Committee and an audit firm that meets with staff and selected elected officials. We also have an investment advisory board, which is made up of 4 community members and a member of our Board of County Commissioners. And we report monthly to the BOCC on the investments. Again, please visit our website for additional information. Let's talk a little bit about the history of debt at Deschutes County. This chart presents the amount of debt outstanding each year, as well as the amount attributable to each resident in the county. The debt per capita metric illustrates the county's debt burden in relation to an individual resident. During fiscal year 2024, Deschutes County borrowed $26.6 million, $20.6 million for the expansion of the Deschutes County Courthouse, and $6 million to refinance prior debt at more favorable repayment terms. This increased the debt to $70.2 million, par value of $64.3 million. As of fiscal year 24, the latest information available at this time. The courthouse debt is paid by transient lodging tax funds. The county's creditworthiness was evaluated in November 2023 and maintained its rating of AA1 as measured by Moody's Investors Service. Moody's rating of AA1 represents that Deschutes County is a high-quality investment to municipal bond investors. In their ratings rationale, Moody's noted improving resident income levels as well as the county's solid financial profile with healthy and stable reserves and liquidity. In addition to monitoring our credit rating, we look after a number of financial issues. We look to our resources. What is the assessed value growth in the future? We look at development activity, and also we monitor state and federal funding. On the expenditure side, we monitor the retirement system costs and growth in service demands. There are other issues that we frequently monitor and watch for. For example, the future of federal forest funding. Are we going to be in economic growth or a recession or a correction mode? How about Federal Reserve actions and interest rates that might impact services? Of course, inflation has been prominent in the past few years. We look for our landfill capacity, fair and expo center expansion and opportunities. We look for investments or improvements that can happen, increasing PERS rates as mentioned, court expansion costs, and any marijuana regulation and enforcement changes we continue to monitor. This concludes our high-level overview of the Finance Department and the county finances as a whole. Thank you for attending this presentation, and I look forward to meeting with you in person. Please come with questions, or if you want to send any questions in advance, you can send them to finance@deschutes.org. Thank you for your time.